Welcome to day 7 of my 30-day water fast. I'm Dave, and this is Dave Does Life. So today, I woke up feeling normal. Not fasting weird, not foggy, no nauseation, no recovery feeling, just normal. Like I wasn't even fasting, just like I was eating 3 meals a day or something. And honestly, it feels kind of cool after 6 days of nothing but water. Now, here's the strange part. I'm going to give you my stats and check in. I weighed in at exactly 184 pounds, body fat percentage 27.6%, which means my weigh in today is identical to my weigh in yesterday. Nothing changed. Zero. I wanted to address this today because this is where a lot of people get frustrated. This has happened to me before, but it got me thinking. This this is where some people will get extraordinarily frustrated. So I wanted to take today and discuss why plateaus happen. Even though you're doing everything right, the scale just flatlines. So I've done an extraordinary amount of research on this, and I've got a lot of notes. So you'll see me checking my notes regularly during this segment. The first thing to understand is that fat loss isn't linear. Measurement is linear, like your weigh scales, for instance. Your body doesn't burn fat in nice, neat little daily packets. What it does is it releases fat and moves it around. Sometimes it'll use it for energy, other times it'll park it somewhere else where it may be needed. And eventually the body will flush that fat out, and that's where you'll see it on the scale. Think of it like taking out the trash. So you clean up your house, you put all the trash in a bag, you put it out at the curb, but the curb doesn't change until the trash gets picked up. So think of it that way. The scale is kind of like delayed reporting. It's going to happen, but things are moving that you're not aware of at the time. So we're going to talk about the big one here, which is water weight. Water weight can completely hide fat loss. Fasting, stress. I'm just going through these bullet points here. You know, all of that can cause your body to hold on to water weight. Cortisol goes up. Cortisol is a very important thing to me, the stress hormone. Sodium, potassium levels, and then they'll shift, and your tissues will rehydrate, holding on water. It doesn't take much. A liter of water weighs over 2 pounds, 1 liter, or a quart if you're in the United States. So you can lose real fat, a lot of fat in a day, but gain enough water to cancel it out on the weigh scale. So the next question, did I mess this up? The obvious question. So to be clear here, I'm going to read some of these stats here. 1 pound of fat equals about 3,500 calories. And when I'm fasting, I probably take in 2 in a day. So the calorie deficit is obviously there. Yeah, like your body, it says, one of the bullet points here is your body burns thousands of calories a day. So at this stage, which for a really prolonged water fast like I'm doing, 30 days, these are early times. This is only day 7 again. So there's early water loss, alcohol removal, metabolic settling. Plateaus are common. Most plateaus last 2 to 4 days. Some will last 5 to 7, which, I got to be honest, that sucks. But these plateaus, there are odd ones that will last longer than that. I know I've encountered ones that would last maybe 4 days, 5 days tops. And and I'm going to be honest with you, that is wildly discouraging. You're going in looking at that scale every day and nothing is happening, and you're thinking, why am I doing this? It's wildly discouraging. But if you take the mindset that other things are happening, the fat loss will happen. And when it happens, and it's happened to me many times, after a plateau, there's actually a name for it. People call it the whoosh effect. So you're plateauing for a few days, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, the scale will show. You can lose 2 pounds in a day easily, maybe more. And that's the whoosh effect. So hang in there. A plateau is exactly that. It's a plateau. Your body's holding, because it's working, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, it'll go. It's just it's that psychological effect that you're thinking that, oh man, nothing is happening. Oh, it's happening. It's just not being reflected in the scale right now. It will be. Give it a couple days. Stay calm. Now, here's the interesting thing. There's a difference between good and bad plateaus. Okay. A good plateau often comes with good mood, I wouldn't say good mood, calmer mood, calmness, clear thinking, less food noise, less thinking about constantly thinking, oh man, I wish I could have something, eggs, a donut. I don't know. And it matters because you start when that good plateau happens. If you really think about it, if you're listening to your body, yeah, the scale shows that you've plateaued, but you start to feel normal. That was the beginning of this video. I woke up this morning feeling completely normal. Isn't that weird? And then I went and stepped on the scale and I had zero change. So I am in the midst of a solid, good plateau. I can tell by my mood, by what's how I'm feeling, not thinking constantly about food. A bad plateau makes you feel moody, exhausted, foggy, irritable, inflamed. And again, this morning I felt normal, and that's a really, really good sign. So if you are in a plateau, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. What it means is your body is recalibrating, shifting things around. And it's just that the scale hasn't caught up yet. Sometimes, yeah, like today, for me, sometimes the most important days are the days that nothing happens. If you take that mindset, this is a great thing. We've hit a plateau. It means something is shifting, and those are permanent shifts in your body. And with that being said, once again, that's where I am, and I'll see you tomorrow. saved us lives.